Hello, this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. The All India Football Federation has come with a reply to the comments and statements made by former India head coach Igor Stimac. It didn't take them 48 hours, a little longer. But one thing I have to say, the rebuttal is strong and solid. And for once, the AIFF needs to be complimented because they're calling out BS when it is BS. But they also clarify on a few points which make it very, very interesting and question the last 5 years of Igor Stimac. The astrologer topic was picked up very, very clearly. There seems to have been an astrologer involved at some stage in deciding on the squad, on the lineups potentially. I find that hilarious that we're even talking about this in the day and age of, where science, where data is so important to how to compose a squad and how to decide on your final 11. Maybe a coach can use his instincts or guts to decide it, but having an astrologer. Then the AIFF has rebutted a number of facts where Stimac said, you didn't provide me this, you didn't provide me that. And the AIFF came clean and said, listen, there have been problems. GPS, a very, very good example where they said, listen, it was lost in transit. We ordered it. We have certain processes in place. It took longer than it most probably should have. But it wasn't 200 days as mentioned by Igor Stimac. It was 50 plus days. And then the whole camp topic. And this is a very, very interesting one which needs to be discussed. Stimac has always called for extended camps. Now, there are restrictions in regard to camps coming in because of FIFA windows, which means that when you have a match, you have a maximum of 5 to 7 days before a FIFA window to call up players. This is strictly followed around the world. But FSDL and the ISL clubs have given leeway to it once in a while to give a little bit of more time to the national team and its coach to prepare for games. And a camp like in May, we just had, very few teams have around the world. So there's another issue which crops up. The contract extension is very, very clearly where you saw Igor Stimac come out and say and even thank the former Secretary General for helping that. And the AIFF clearly comes out now and says, listen, there was a discussion in regard to contract extension. Certain parameters were set, but those parameters were not fulfilled in the new contract, which was then issued by the secretary as well as the legal counsel, which means breach of contract. So it's a very interesting thing that by coming out, maybe Igor Stimac has hurt his own case more than it's actually helped his own case. Because if he goes to court and all these things are brought in, and also his own statements earlier in March officially stating at a press conference, I will leave if India do not qualify for the third round of the World Cup qualifiers. It just adds up and just shows him in very, very poor light. Sorry, I have to say that. But Igor Stimac has no grounds to defend himself. And also the AIFF clearly, if you read between the lines, clearly says, you know what? Maybe we should have not extended his contract. Maybe he should have been gone much, much earlier. So this is a very, very interesting take on things. And as I said earlier, for once, congratulations AIFF for coming out with this detailed explanation. It didn't come within the 48 hours. It took them a little longer. But such an explanation, I think, was needed at this moment. And maybe the fans read through it. And maybe now the AIFF takes some remedial steps to rectify the mistakes that they've done in the past. By coming out with that extended document in regard to what requirements are needed to be eligible to apply for the Indian national team coach's job is a good start. I hope they rectify things, but there are other problems which are still there. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Maybe have another totally different viewpoint on these things? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to Arunfoot here on my other social medias as well as arunfoot.com. This is Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Thanks and bye for now.